Hello everyone, I am Pratik Kodbalwar and I welcome you all to our channel called Minute to Learn It. So today I will cover social choice theory, which was provided by Mr. Kenneth Arrow and Arrow's Impossibility Theorem. So let's get into the background of social choice theory. This theory was named after Mr. Kenneth Arrow, and Arrow got a Nobel Prize in 1972 for his contribution to economics. So what is social choice theory and what it aims at? See, social choice theory basically states that in order to create a societal order of choices, we actually need to make sure that every individual preference should be revealed. In other terms, we can say that it basically aims at aggregating all the individual choices, all the individual votes and decisions. Alright, the groundwork of this theory was provided by Mr. Nicholas Condorcet in the 18th century itself. And the best example of social choice theory can be the dictatorship. Because in dictatorship very few people are there, so they can easily make a social choice. But in case of democracy, it is very difficult to make a social choice. Why? Because in a democracy, every individual has his own definition of social welfare. Right? Now let's get into the Arrow's Impossibility Theorem. So Kenneth Arrow created this theorem, Arrow's Impossibility Theorem, in order to prove his theory, social choice theory, right? So this theorem states that in order to create a societal order of choices which will reflect all the individual preferences, you need to make sure that you follow 5 axioms which were given by Mr. Kenneth Arrow. Axioms means principles. So what was the first axiom? First axiom was non-dictatorship. This axiom states that if A is getting more votes than B, majority votes, then A will be the winner. Second one is Pareto efficiency. This axiom states that, this principle states that in order to make one option better, you need to make the other option worse. Let's take an example to understand this. Suppose we have two people, A and B, with us. Okay, and we ask them to taste chocolate X and chocolate Y. So A tasted the chocolate and A said that X is better than Y. Then B went and B tasted the chocolate and B said that X is independent of Y. So now what we will do? We will take into consideration only the choice of A. We won't consider the choice of B. Why? Because his choice was vague. Right? Next one is independence of irrelevant alternative. Suppose I have 3 commodities in front of me and I need to make a choice in between them. I'm not considering the last one, I'm just considering the first 2. Then the last one should not impact my choice in any way. Then the fourth axiom is unrestricted domain. This axiom states that an individual should be able to make any choice in any way possible. The last one is transitivity. Transitivity means if I prefer A over B and B over C, it means I prefer A over C, right? Let's take an example to understand how this law actually works. Suppose we conducted a rank-based voting between 3 people, A, B and C, in 3 different phases. In phase 1, 45 votes were registered. In phase 2, 40 votes were registered. And in phase 3, 30 votes were registered. In phase 1, A got more votes than B and B got more votes than C. In phase 2, B got more votes than C and C got more votes than A. And in phase 3, C got more votes than A and A got more votes than B. So now, if you look at this scenario, if you just think about this scenario, you will find out that A is the clear winner. But if I remove B from the combination, then C will stand out as the winner. So now this example violates 2 principles. First one is transitivity and the second one is independence of irrelevant alternative. So that's why Mr. Kenneth Arrow said that whenever you try to create a societal order of choices which will reflect all the individual choices, you will definitely revoke at least one of these 5 axioms. I hope you people got this concept. I tried to explain it in the simplest way possible. Thank you so much for your patient listening, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel and like the video. If you like it, if you don't like it, please comment it and let me know what I can do to create more, more accurate and more, I can say that, great content. Yeah. Okay. Thank you so much.